Hello and welcome to another episode of Tan Pants.
Our pants are tan and our tans are pants.
That's how
And we have a new thing.
brand new setup here. We got kicked out of our other place.
I wouldn't say kicked out. I would just say relocated.
Relocated. I think this is better. Clay, sadly, is not here.
Yeah.
He had to go to Venezuela to fight bandits.
Probably diarrhea too.
He has to fight the diarrhea bandits of Venezuela. Who do you guys? We are the diarrhea bandits.
Ew, I don't have anything to do with you.
You don't. Nobody does.
Stay away from me. Do you know who Batman is?
I'm aware of this Batman guy. I saw the new movie.
You saw a new movie?
I saw the Batman with Clay
There's a new movie?
on Tuesday. Yeah, we went to go see the Batman. It was actually
Was it
pretty
good?
good. It was a 3-hour long Batman movie.
Why?
It was like
Did it beat Dark Knight?
I don't think it beat Dark Knight. I think it's as good as Dark Knight. It's just in different ways.
Well, was your Batman in this movie Aztec?
Aztec?
Yeah.
Like-
Like in the Mayan world?
No, he was not Aztec.
Well, that's where Batman comes from. Did you know that?
Aztecia?
Well, hang on. Let me read.
Aztec land?
I've got
I thought he
Wikipedia
came from
open here.
Gotham.
Josh, come on, don't be silly. Psst. Innocent mind.
Good camera switch there.
Thanks. It's really hard to
you
think about what to say
So-
and think about who the camera should be on
So
and look at.
Batman originated as the death bat in Maya mythology.
No, hang on.
I'm about to show you some pictures, and it is unmistakably Batman.
Batman was the
Batman.
death bat.
Death bat. Night, death, and sacrifice.
Did his parents die?
Better.
Did the Joker come up and like,
So
I'm gonna burn up
this
your
is
girlfriend?
way back in the time that I don't know when, but sometime ancient. Just imagine back then,
the
people.
60s.
Sure. So in the Poplu Vuh, this Batman guy's name, or this monster is named Camazotos.
That was his name? They called him Camazote?
Camazotes. Yeah.
Batman was called Camazote.
It's it stands for bat-like monster,
Okay.
something like that. So this bat-like monster encountered our hero, Maya. Oh, they were twins, Maya twins.
The Maya twins?
Yeah. During their trails in the underworld, the twins had spent the night in the house of bats, and they were scared, so they squeezed themselves into their own blow darts in order to defend themselves from the circling bats.
Maya, buddy.
One of the
squeezing this
twins-
blow dart.
One of the twins snuck his head out of the blow dart to see if the sun had risen, and Camazotes immediately snatched his head off
Oh, Camazote.
and carried it to the ball court to be hung as the ball to be used by the gods in their next ball game.
See, Batman wouldn't do that. Batman doesn't care about ball games.
That's the legend.
Now, you said that's where Batman comes from?
No, let me show you some pictures. And once you see them,
It's Batman.
Batman.
That's a picture of Batman.
But a
So,
little bit
I
more
mean,
Aztec.
Is that a real?
Yeah. Yeah. They dress up like him sometimes.
Now, hang
well,
on.
not today's culture.
Hang on a minute now.
Look, Josh, that's Batman. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. That's exactly Batman.
How do we know? Can we test the validity of this? Is this not just a big prank?
No, this is a statue of him.
Okay, that looks nothing like Batman.
Okay, but let's go back to the better pictures.
Because I'm of the opinion that Batman was first, and then the Mayan culture was like, "Oh, Batman is cool."
So the Mayan culture had this mythology about this bat-like man
Right?
who was resembling death, darkness, and sacrifice.
Bat monster.
So this is their suit that they made to replicate. And tell me that's not Batman.
that's Batman.
That is 100% not even changed. It just looks a little bit more like really cool Batman, like stone Mayan.
Now, hang
Batman.
on. I'm not 100% convinced about this.
How are you not? I showed you their armor that they made to replicate.
You showed me
the mythology.
When was the armor made?
I don't know.
Was it made in the 60s? Was it made in the 70s?
Maybe I'll do a little research here.
Little diggy do.
But how cool would that be to have that skin in like Batman Arkham Cities? No, like
the Mayan Batman.
Like the Mayan
I thought
Batman
you meant like
suit.
it wouldn't be cool to have that skin.
No, like in a game or something. That's the Mayan Batman.
Right.
Wouldn't that be really cool?
Oh yeah, it had the skins.
Yeah, skins.
And one of them was a Toon Batman.
Yeah, the Toon Batman was cool.
It looked a little off
You could have the Mayan
because
Batman.
it didn't really match with the art style.
Yeah. Mayan Batman.
I guess this is supposed to be like ancient kind of.
There's no way because it's in too perfect condition to be ancient.
Well, the thing's made out of like copper.
Well, if it was ancient, then didn't the guy who made Batman just copy that design?
Why wouldn't he, Isaac? Because that's a pretty dope design.
Well, the original Batman looked more dopey. If you look at the original Batman comics, he was a little bit more dopey.
Yeah.
He wasn't that intimidating as modern Batman.
So the armor is
Interesting.
real, but it's modern real.
So modern real?
It's a creation of the artist. It's the artist rendition of the traditional armor. So it's like it's real, but it's not real.
It's not ancient.
But I mean, still,
That is cool.
that's pretty dang cool.
Yeah, Batman was originally made as a mixture of Sherlock Holmes and some gangster fighter
Yeah.
that I don't remember the name of.
But it's supposed to be he has the head of a bat and the body of a man. So
Batman.
Batman. Here's a picture of the bat holding the twin's head.
Ew. That's really good. That's Batman.
But yeah, that's what I found.
So
And I was like, whoa. This is Batman. This is where Batman came from. I'm
It's Batman.
convinced. I mean, what else do you need?
You heard it here, folks. Tan Pants has declared Batman is this ancient Mayan man named Batman.
I mean, where other superheroes come from?
I mean, yeah, just everything's
Ancient.
I know Spider-Man was like an Indian guy, but Spider-Man didn't have anything. His wife could do everything. Spider-like.
See, everything comes from.
Spider-Man, you're just some Indian guy. That's all you.
some dumb, and it's not even you, it's your wife. You can't do anything. Stupid.
So talk about not being able to do anything. Max, if you were to go get a souvenir at a place,
Okay.
what kind of souvenir would you get? First thing, you walk into a store, they're going to have a souvenir item. What's the souvenir item you're going to grab?
A souvenir item.
Yep.
One souvenir item.
One.
I'd go for stickers.
You go stickers?
I like stickers. Like, I got a really cool Grand Canyon sticker. I stuck it on my water bottle.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty cool.
See my laptop?
Yeah, you stick them on your laptop or things that you have for
I
a while.
regret every sticker I put on this laptop.
Yeah, I'm not putting any stickers on my laptop. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, like, you get a cool sticker. It's almost like a postcard that you could stick places. How's that not cool?
This is not cool. Josh, what's the correct answer? What souvenir are you going to pick up?
I wasn't tracking the conversation.
T-shirt? Were you gonna
Never
say
mind.
T-shirt?
Bobbleheads.
I was almost gonna say bobblehead.
So the bobblehead is also known by a nodder, a wobbler, or a wacky wobbler. It's a kind of small collectible action figure. Its head is often oversized compared to the body, and it's connected to the body by a spring or a hook.
That is the definition of a bobblehead.
They move around or bobble, hence the name.
Okay, where are you going with this?
Bobbleheads are made of plastic, and they're made by bobblehead manufacturers in the land of Bobble.
Okay.
The king of Bobble put out a decree that no bobbleheads are to be made of Michael Jackson because that he put his foot down on that.
Can't find a single bobblehead of Michael Jackson.
You probably can. Guess
I bet
what?
if you did a little bit of digging.
Guess what is the most rare, maybe not rare, but valuable bobblehead? The most valuable bobblehead.
A bobblehead of...
I'll help you. It's a set of bobbleheads.
Star Wars?
No.
It's not Star Wars?
No.
Is it NBA people? Like sports?
Sports have a lot to do with this story, but
I got it. A set of every Backyardigans character.
Rugrats.
that's close, Josh.
Really?
Wait, how?
No, I'm saying you're close to making me. Okay, no.
Oh.
The most collectible and rare bobblehead set is the Beatles.
Oh,
There was a collection of Beatles bobbleheads made
that's weird.
during the 17th century. This is where bobbleheads come from.
17th
17th.
century.
This isn't where they come from, but this is like the earliest kind of thing that was like a
I
bobblehead.
think it was made up by the Mayans.
No, it was made by the Chinese.
All right.
It's figurines of Buddha and other religious figures called temple knotters were made in Asia.
Temple Knotters.
The earliest known Western reference to a bobblehead is thought to be in Nikolai Gould's 1842 short story, The Overcoat, in which the main character's neck was described as being like the necks of the plaster cats which wag their heads.
Wow.
So if you go to a Chinese restaurant today, there's that cat that's like,
Yeah.
those things date back.
So does everything modern just date back? Like Batman, bobbleheads, couches.
During the 19th century, bisque porcelain bobbleheads were being made in limited quantities for the U.S. market.
What's bisque porcelain?
It says bisque porcelain, so some kind of porcelain material.
Made of bisque.
Basically, toilet. Toilets are
Yes.
made of porcelain.
Yeah.
But what about the bisque?
I don't know. There's some kind of bisque in that porcelain.
All right.
They were produced in Germany during the 1920s and 30s, and by the 1950s, bobbleheads had a substantial surge in popularity, with items made of either plastic or the bisque porcelain.
All right.
So in 1960, Major League Baseball produced a series of papier-mâché bobblehead dolls, one for each team, all with the same face and a few select players over time.
Oh, it was baseball, not basketball.
Yeah, baseball is the...
For some reason, I thought basketball.
I'm sure there's some basketball bobbleheads, but in
Probably.
in the 60s, what made them popular was the baseball bobbleheads.
You know, and Are We There Yet?
He had
a talking...
the talking baseball bobblehead. He did, yeah.
Was that baseball?
I don't remember.
I think,
I think it was, yeah.
yeah, he was obsessed with baseball. He had the baseball cards. The World Series, held in the 1960s of that year, brought the first player-specific baseball bobbleheads for Roberto Clementine,
Roberto.
Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, and Willie Mays. All the baseball fans are like, "You pronounced all the names wrong!"
No, I think you got it right.
Yeah, Clemente. Clemente.
Of course.
But they all had the same face.
So
They just had a different name on the jersey.
distinguishable.
They were like, make it as vague as possible. This could be either Mickey, Roger, or Willie.
as long as you get the name tag right.
Yeah, name tag on there. Over the next decade, bobbleheads were also made of ceramic. Within a few years, they would be produced for other sports as well as cartoon characters.
Okay.
And one of the most famous bobbleheads of all time hails from this era, the Beatles bobblehead collection, a valuable collectible to this day.
Wow.
The next increase in popularity was in the 90s, and although older bobbleheads, like from baseball teams, the Beatles were sought after by collectors, new bobbleheads were uncommon, prompting their resurgence with cheaper manufacturing processes, and the main bobblehead material switched, this time from ceramic to plastic. It was now possible to make bobbleheads in limited numbers necessary for them to be viewed as collectibles. So back in the day, if you're doing a ceramic bobblehead, you're like, okay, we got to make 1 million of these, and we can only make one kind.
Yeah.
Now they're plastic. We can make only 7 of this kind and 7 of this kind. And now we have like $50,000 bobblehead collectibles. So Post Cereal packaged 22 million mini bobbleheads of MLB. That's the Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball players with its cereal before opening day in 2002.
That's pretty cool.
I think we had
cereal.
one of these. Remember this?
Did we?
We had a little baseball player bobblehead that I remember, came
the
from
baseball player guy.
came from a cereal box.
I don't know who he was.
He was from baseball, and he came from the cereal box.
It was Babe Ruth.
We had one of these.
He was a New York guy too, I think.
Yeah, it was a Yankee.
thought it was a
It was Yankees. Yeah, it was Yankees. In April 30th, 2016, the largest public display of bobbleheads in history was found at the Wisconsin National Bobblehead Museum, HOF Museum. Hall of Fame. Why'd they abbreviate Hall of Fame?
Everybody
Hall of Fame and
abbreviates.
Museum.
Abbreviate.
That's how you're supposed to.
Like in quotes.
No, it says HOF, National Bobblehead Hof and Museum.
Yeah.
In 2015, the Pope Francis bobblehead became so popular that a nationwide shortage was reported.
Wow. The Pope Francis. I want that one. Hey, mommy, I want that one.
Quiet, it's holy.
But it bobbles.
The kid looking at all the bobbleheads and be like, "Oh yeah,
Pope Francis. I want that one.
What about sports, kid? You like sports? You like baseball?
What about Spider-Man? You want Spider-Man?
Spider-Man? You want?
Actually, I just wanted the Pope.
I'm here for the Pope specifically.
No, Pope Francis.
That one.
That guy.
Wow.
He's like sitting there just on his knees praying, with his head bobbling. Wait, does the Pope pray?
I don't know. Does a bear poop in the woods?
Oh, probably. Josh is sacrilegious.
Wait,
dude.
what was the?
Josh didn't listen to the question.
Josh? I don't know.
No, what was the thing? Like you say
Does
a
a
bear
bear poop
poop
in the
does a
woods?
bear poop in the woods, and then there was what was the one about the Pope?
Is the Pope Catholic?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know if people say that.
Now, all this comes to a head in Bobbleheads, the movie.
No.
What?
Seriously?
Yes. In 2020, a computer animated comedy film about 4 bobbleheads who protect their home from 2 uninvited relatives while their owners are away for the weekend. The film
That's
was
just Home
directed
Alone.
by Kirk Wise. It was released December 8, 2020. Has anyone heard of this movie?
That's Home Alone
I have
with
not.
bobbleheads.
This is
Home
the first
Alone
time.
with bobbleheads.
Nice.
I wonder, usually, in Wikipedia, when it mentions a title of something, it's blue. You can click and go to there. This isn't blue. There is no Wikipedia page
It's
made
like
for this
the
movie.
The Wikipedias are like.
What's it called? I'm gonna look it up.
It's called Bobbleheads, the movie.
I could have guessed.
So is bobbleheads like a trademarked phrase?
I guess not, because they used it.
Yep.
Bobbleheads, the movie.
They could afford it.
It's featuring Brenda Song as Kalina, a female skateboarder. Brenda Song was the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, the London Tipton. She plays the bobblehead.
The Chinese lady.
Chinese lady, yeah.
Yeah.
Karen Fukuhara
Bobbleheads.
is Ikoya, a female astronaut.
Guys, we could watch it on Netflix right now.
Julian Sands is Purbles McCat, a black cat.
Oh,
and
no.
Carrie Payton is Deuce, a baseball player.
Deuce. I want to be
Deuce.
I don't know which characters more bizarre, Deuce or skateboarding lady.
Skateboarding? No,
Guys, Cher plays in
female.
this,
Yeah, Cher's in it. Cher as herself.
but in
Wow.
bobblehead version, which is kind of weird.
Dude, Josh, next thing. In Are We There Yet? A Satchel Paige bobblehead, voiced by Tracy Morgan, Nick's prized possession, acts as his confidant and speaks to him through his conscience, giving him advice on dating.
That's right.
You called it, Josh.
I called it.
You called it.
I regret that I called it.
what?
Untold Riches for you.
it.
Remember when he was saying, "Are we there yet?" Had the bobblehead.
Oh yeah.
The very next thing was talking about the "Are we there yet?" bobblehead.
Our humans have gone AWOL. Why are we standing here? The bobblehead.
Why are we standing here?
Oh no.
Let our prototypes get
I don't like the way that sounds.
too late. Meet
Their heads are like.
The entire time, the whole movie, they're like this.
Hey, what's up?
The dudes.
We're not gonna get copyrighted for the music.
No one cares about this movie.
Bubbles, how's it going?
Hey, Bobbles.
All right, I'm done.
Oh, and it's the announcer
I can't keep
guy.
watching that.
In the next big adventure.
The next big adventure.
Whenever I remember when I was a kid, that guy had the coolest voice. But as an adult, you're like, if he's in the trailer as a voice talking the trailer, it's gonna
Not
be a bad.
interested
It's
anymore.
gonna be
It's gonna be a bad movie.
Yeah.
Movie's gonna suck.
Except for Flushed Away, that could never suck.
Well, that was back when it was good to have the announcer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a good movie.
Is there just like one guy that does all that?
One guy does all the movie voices.
No, it's probably he just had to say
This summer, coming to a theater near you.
It's probably that he just came in and they said, I need you to record
Max
these
just
many
came in,
phrases.
recorded these phrases.
And then
That's
they can
right, literally.
splice it and cut it to
And
whatever
went
they wanted
home.
to say.
Literally, I don't think he ever had more than one recording session.
Yeah, it was probably all
He
one.
probably recorded a bunch of lines, and they're probably still splicing them together.
Because every other one that he's in says, an adventure in their own backyard.
right.
their own back.
For some reason, I remember hearing that all the time in trailers as a kid. An adventure in their own backyard. For some reason, movies were obsessed with getting kids just play in your backyard. We don't want to take you anywhere.
It worked. It worked. I was like, man, my backyard's the coolest thing ever.
There are monsters back there. There are fairies and crap. Man. Toys come to
Didn't you
freaking
see
life
the
if you
ant bully?
torture them.
The ant bully, that was all about the backyard.
The ant bully.
Yeah.
Or Honey, I
bullies
Shrunk the
ants.
Kids.
In their own backyard.
Exactly. How cool is that?
Yeah. Let's bring back the backyard genre. It's been a long time since we had a good backyard movie.
Like Over the Hedge.
Over the Hedge was good.
Yeah.
Flushed Away was good.
That wasn't the backyard. That was the sewers.
Well, I mean,
I
they
would say that's
technically-
backyard.
The rat in his own backyard.
Well, he got flushed down his own toilet.
His own toilet in his own backyard.
There you go. So it's close enough. It's the same concept.
Same concept.
That's right.
Different movie. Own backyard. Summer 2005.
And then you have Zathura.
In their own house.
Didn't even leave
The whole movie was just their house.
Well, the astronaut was outside. for a
Nah, he
little
came
bit.
back in.
They did leave the house to go to the other spaceship. And he stepped in
right.
He stepped in the goat poop.
No, that was their house, though. Because the spaceship attached to their house. The spaceship attached to
Is
their
that how
house.
houses work? So if I drive a van into your house,
I could go from my
the
house.
van
into the
now
van.
becomes your house.
That's right.
Okay.
They never left the house.
That means all cars are parasites.
That's right. Wow, what were you even talking about, Isaac?
Bobbleheads, man.
Backyards.
What a great segue into our trivia time.
Right.
Now, I forgot to bring my trivia document again.
come on.
Last week I forgot as well. But we're going to play an amazing game.
All right, I'm in.
So, Max, you familiar with 20 questions?
Do we have what?
Familiar with 20 questions?
Yes, I am.
This is 15 questions.
Okay.
15?
Like I have
15
15
questions.
questions.
It's getting more intense.
More intense.
guess
So
what?
last week we did 20 with Clay.
Okay.
And you weren't here. Because Clay's not here, I know that we can...
I'm
We
really good at this.
We don't need to dumb this down anymore. Clay's not here.
All right.
So we can
Poor
go
guy.
to 15 questions.
I've got one.
He has one
It just popped into my
in
mind.
his own backyard.
That's right.
Popped into his head
Yep.
with a lovely band of misfits.
You could say that.
Find the treasure, get the girl,
Why don't you just...
and be back home before dinner.
All right, you have like 5 questions left.
Josh, ask the first question.
Is this a real person?
No.
So it's not a real person, but could just be like a plant.
Is this 15 questions?
It's 15 questions.
consecutively between you two?
Yeah, we're sharing it.
Oh, you're sharing it?
We're sharing 15
well,
questions.
Josh blew one.
Yeah, a real person.
Because now you have to ask a follow-up question
Now,
to clarify his question.
Is it a person, in fact? I'm not asking that question. I'm going to say this. So he said it's not a real person. I have to ask if it's a person. Is it a person?
No.
It's not a person. Okay, there we go.
See?
Oh, man.
Josh.
Okay, so it has to be some kind of item. It has to be some kind of... Josh, you take one. Take a question.
Hit me with the question. I have something in my mind that you don't know what it is, and you have to ask questions to know what it is.
Is this green?
What am I allowed to answer? Just yes or no?
Yes or no?
That's it?
That's it.
What?
But are you having trouble answering?
But I can't just answer yes or no on this one. Can I
Max,
say depends?
is it green?
Can I say depends?
You can say depends.
Depends, Josh.
Oh, that's okay.
So
Depends.
it could be green.
it could.
That's right.
It's not a fictional person. It's not a person, and it could be green.
You guys are off to a really good start.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna start narrowing this down. So we're 3. I'm gonna say, is this a tool?
Is it a tool? No.
It's not a tool. Is this edible?
No.
Okay, it's not edible. It's not a tool.
Oh, I haven't been clicking it. It's question 5.
I think you're on question 5, yeah.
Okay.
You get 10 more questions.
Is it green? That's
I
what
was
you
just trying
asked.
to get lucky and get something specific.
Get lucky, get a specific thing.
Is it green?
Maybe. Okay, it's not a tool. It's not a. So far, we know what it isn't.
That's
We
right.
need to find out things that is. Do we have one here in this house?
In this house?
In this house.
No.
Okay. Is there one at your house?
No.
Is this thing expensive?
No.
Is this something that I can buy at a store?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it might be green. It's not expensive. It's not at my house. It's not at his house.
It's something.
That was at least 4 questions, I think.
Is it alive?
No. Why?
It's not alive.
It's not fictional. It's not alive.
It's not fictional. It's not a person.
It can't be
It
alive.
might be
What
green.
questions are we on? What are we at now?
That was 10.
That was 10?
We have 5 questions left.
5 questions.
We have no idea what this is. Think of it, Josh. Good question. A brilliant question, Joshua.
You want me
Something
to
that
think
will
of the
help you
question?
Think of a
answer it
brilliant question.
4 other questions.
Or something just horrible.
No, don't do horrible. That won't help you.
So it doesn't. It's not alive. It's not a tool. We don't have access to one. We might be
I
able
didn't
to.
say that.
It says not in our houses.
Got it.
You
Can this
said
be
it's
found
not in the house.
Can this be found in the toy aisle?
No. Well, I'm going to say no. Just because it'll throw you off.
So now he just said something that. So there could be a toy of this thing.
Right. Right. But don't think of, you'll never get it.
It might be green.
If you go down that aisle, you'll never get it.
What question are we on?
That was 11.
11. Okay.
You have 4 more questions, I think.
And it's not expensive.
No.
Cheap. You could buy it.
Cheap.
But we don't have one in our houses. We don't have one of these things.
Don't have one.
Your question
Something
was,
you always want.
your question was, do we have this in our house? And I said,
I'm thinking
no.
It's an outside thing.
it's one of those giant inflatable balls inside of those cages at Walmart.
It's the
We
only,
don't have one, and it's not in the toy aisle.
That's the only thing I can think of that matches perfectly.
And it could be
close.
green.
It could be green,
That's
and it's not a tool, and it's not a person. It's not a fictional person.
I think you guys narrowed this one down.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's not a tool though. You told me it's not a tool.
Yeah, I did.
It's not edible. It's not a food. It's not alive.
That's right.
You've led me to believe we own one,
Yeah.
But we
but
don't.
it's not in the house. It's
Oh.
outside, and it might be green.
That's right.
I'm thinking garden hose, but that's a tool.
You're getting close. You have 4 questions left.
Okay, let's narrow this down. Is this something you use while
Could it be grass?
Are you asking me, Josh? You want to use one of your questions?
No, I'm suggesting something.
hang on.
to Isaac.
Hang on. I was about to ask, could you use this while gardening? But anything used while gardening is a tool.
Yep.
So it can't be any of those things.
I could use a flip-flop while gardening. That's not necessarily a tool.
I've never used a flip flop while gardening.
We
ever.
have a flip flop in the house.
Yeah, we have those, and they're green.
It can be green.
Now you said it's not alive.
I did say that.
Okay,
yes.
so it is not.
It is not grass because grass, they be breathing.
There you go.
Subjectively,
They be
grass is
breathing.
They be
alive.
having dreams together.
They be having like breath things. Like
That's how
Grass
they
is-
do. That's how they do. Oh my
that's what they
goodness.
do.
Half of me is like, I need to get this right. The other half is like,
I don't
this
care.
this segment has to end for the podcast to go on.
Right.
Now, so I'm gonna say, you said it's not. You asked if it was a toy.
I said, could we find it in the toy aisle? And he said, don't go down that path.
Yes. Because you can find anything in a toy aisle, Josh. Think about
You
it.
could be walking down the toy aisle and find Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
That's right.
Like buying toys.
Yeah.
Or putting toys of himself into stock.
That's right.
He's like, hey, this is my toy. What do you think?
Like, if the thing I was thinking of was a refrigerator, and I was trying to get you to answer questions about refrigerators, and you said, could you find it in a toy aisle? And I said, sure.
Is it generally in a toy aisle?
Don't ask those questions.
Okay, sorry.
That was a question. God, you asked the same question again. You asked if it's in a toy aisle. He says no. Is it generally in a toy aisle? No.
Oh no.
Gosh.
Oh no.
Okay. Can this fit in my pocket?
No.
Okay, it's too big to fit in my
Bigger.
pocket.
Two more
in your
questions.
It's not a tool.
You have two more questions.
Listen, if this is a tool, I'm gonna be very mad.
It's not money.
a tool.
Because money
Is in the house.
Is kind of green.
It's in the
That's
house.
right. That's
We
right.
have it in the house, and it can't fit in your pocket.
It can.
I was trying to make a joke about
Okay.
somebody being poor.
Ooh. Well,
Pocket's
you
too
failed.
small. Do people like collecting these?
Isaac, your question is so dumb because people collect everything, man. I'm gonna say yeah, sure.
Like bobblehead level collecting.
I don't know of any. So no. Yeah, one more question.
Hey, Josh, ask the last question. Last stab in the dark.
Is it one of those giant inflatable balls at Walmart?
No.
Okay, is it a tractor?
No.
Tractor's a tool.
I know.
Tractor's
That's
a
why I'm
tool.
angry. Okay, what is it?
It's a mailbox.
You can find a mailbox in a toy aisle.
Yes, you can, but you can find a toy couch in a toy aisle. You can find anything in a toy aisle.
Thank you for
Josh.
playing 15 questions. That was 15 questions with Maxwell. Thank you for playing.
You're welcome.
Thief caught on camera.
On camera.
Yeah. Burglarizing Miami shoe store.
That happens.
So stealing things.
Right. Guess what he stole?
Shoes?
Now, I would imagine shoes. Is he stealing the carpet?
He stole 20 shoes.
20.
20 shoes.
20 shoes.
He stole 20 shoes.
I stole 30.
they were all left sneakers.
What? Did he have abnormal feet?
No, I think he just
I'll have one of
they see what all was stolen. They check
Well,
their inventory. He's like, he only
maybe-
took left sneakers.
Maybe it was because, like, on the display, like a shoe display, like if you go into a shoe store and you walk in and you look at all the shoes on the little shelves,
It's usually just one shoe,
it's
yeah.
normally just one shoe.
But usually it's
It could be
bungeed
like-
to the other shoe.
no.
Oh no, yeah,
No,
he's right.
It's just
in,
one shoe.
Yeah, like some.
And then they
sport-
have the boxes
stores.
underneath and stuff. But if it's a real posh shoe store, then they'll have just the display shoes, one. And then you'll have to ask, and they'll go get it in the back. So maybe he just went through and just started grabbing all the shoes on display, and they're all
Yeah, it is. It is a display. I'm seeing the security camera.
He's taking display shoes.
He's climbing up there. It looks like a bunch of display shoes.
I'll grab
He's like, oh, that's a nice one.
But that
Maybe
means
it'll match.
instead of finding where all the shoes are located, he's just, I don't know, maybe he has like some wire snippers and snipping all the left sneakers.
I mean, surely he would have noticed that he wasn't getting matches.
Wow.
I don't know.
What a guy. What a guy.
Where'd he put the sneakers? He stole 30, 20?
He stole 20.
20. Where would he? Did he have a big Grinch bag?
Yeah, how do you carry 20 shoes? Did he drop
Sure,
any?
he had a Grinch bag.
Maybe he stole 40 and dropped 20 and had 20 left over. Maybe that's why they're all left feet.
That has to be it, Maxwell.
I'm assuming this guy's a genius because I wouldn't walk into a shoe
I
store.
mean,
and steal
it's
shoes.
harder to steal the display shoes
Or maybe one
because you have to
day-
climb up there.
But you can see what you're getting, I guess. I mean, if you went back there and like opened each box, like I want these or I want these,
yeah,
forever.
I guess he didn't want to open the boxes.
forever.
He just
Make
wanted
a
to-
mess, you know. Just grab that one.
Or else they like catch him one day, like open up his car stuff, all his shoes and stuff, and they see him, and both of his feet are like left.
It's him. I know it's him.
It's you. Batman, we've found him.
They start chasing him through the snow. You see the left footprints left.
He's going this way just barely. Yeah. He's always going left.
That would be so uncomfortable. You know when like you were a kid and you put on your shoes backwards?
Mm-hmm.
It was like painful.
Yeah.
It was like, ow.
Like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
I never minded it. Just I was afraid because Mom said if you did that, your feet would reverse.
Whoa.
What? Mom said that?
Yeah.
Mom told you that?
Yeah, she told me that.
One time, Mom set my shoes out for me to put on. She set them out perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I was trying to learn which way was which. So I came to that. I was like, which one's which? And they're perfect. They're set where they need to be.
Yes.
I go, I think this one goes there and that one goes there. So I put them on backwards, and Mom got really mad at me.
My 1-year-old son puts on his boots himself the right way and then complains if they're wrong.
He's a genius.
If they're wrong, if they're backwards, he'll take them off and he'll do it again. He doesn't always. Sometimes he'll take them off and put them back on the wrong way, and then take them off and put them back on the wrong way. But he keeps doing it till it feels right.
Smart kid.
It's hilarious.
I was a dumb kid. I didn't care. I was like, that feels weird. Oh, well.
Talking about smart kids. A diamond ring made out of ranch dressing
By who?
by the ranch dressing company.
Made a diamond ring
Actually,
at a ranch.
Hidden Valley's ranch dressing.
Wait, was it made out of ranch or diamonds?
Yes.
But how?
They take all of the ranch and they burn it down at 2,500 degrees. They burn it down and they smush it. And they burn down, they smush it. They do whatever process to it. And they do this for
7
months.
He says, I was assuming like 4 or 5 stages, but it was like for months.
Under 400 tons of pressure.
Oh my goodness.
They melted ranch dressing down into a diamond ring.
How much ranch dressing? Like a bottle?
Are we talking a salad's worth or like some wings?
Is this like a bucket of it, or like
It is not disclosed, but 2 carat of diamond.
made out of ranch dressing?
Yep.
What does it look like?
Wait, so infused.
I
with
gotta have to
ranch.
find the image.
Is it like a milky looking diamond?
So I think we're using the wrong word. You're saying it's a diamond made of ranch. I'm just thinking of a 5-year-old's version of a diamond smushed on a lollipop or something, or on a ring pop.
Oh,
Don't you remember Jimmy
It just
Neutron?
looks like a diamond ring.
If it just looks like a diamond, why bother with all that effort?
He said, let's make a ranch diamond. How do we do that? I don't know. Let's start with a diamond and let's start crushing the diamond. Let's just add some ranch. But the ranch burnt all up.
Add more ranch?
Add more ranch.
I remember the guy at the boardroom was like, how do you make a diamond? He's like, I remember watching Jimmy Neutron. And he, in his rocket jetpack, went over a train track and picked up a coal out of the train, stole a coal from the train. And the engineer was like, he's like, with the little coal. And goes back to his home, and like he puts the coal in the thing, goes, and there's super pressure, and made a diamond. He's like, yes, and gives it to his mom. He's like, can I go to the amusement park? And mom is like, oh, a diamond. No! And he's like, well, I guess I'll sneak out.
Wow. I've learned nothing.
So that's how you make a diamond.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, it's coal and pressure.
That's easy. I buy coal all the time.
That's how
Charcoal.
people make synthetic diamonds.
Oh.
So if you have a diamond tip screw gun, I said
Yes.
screwdriver, a diamond tip screwdriver, or like a saw blade,
Yes.
diamond tipped, that's how they make those diamonds. That's why it's not crazy expensive.
I know. Yeah. If it was a real diamond blade, masonry blade, I think it'd be worth like $1 million. And you wouldn't see contractors using it to cut their stones.
They'll probably be driving nice cars.
Speaking about driving cars and gas prices, inflation will cause bags of Doritos to include 5 less chips.
What?
According to who?
It's already nothing anyways. There's already air.
According to Doritos.
So the Doritos man thought it was a good idea to tell people.
Well, I don't know specifically Doritos, man.
I bought a bag of chips the other day.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Doritos,
Mm-hmm.
but the same problem occurs with Doritos. My wife and I opened up this bag of chips last night, and we started eating. We started eating them. And like I get 3 handfuls in and it's gone.
They get
Now
you-
inflation's it's gonna be worse.
Yeah, you lose 3 extra
I'm
ones.
not buying any more chips.
Yeah. Forget it.
And it saves money.
No, it doesn't.
5 fewer chips.
No, they're selling you less for the same price.
They're
I'm saying
selling you
they are
bagged
making money.
air.
Yeah.
They're probably farting in it too.
Yeah.
Probably selling you farts. You open it up and
Thank you, Doritos.
thanks, Doritos. Josh, you have some good news.
I don't even eat Doritos and I'm upset.
You got some good news in that computer phone?
Yeah, computer phone, good news.
Come on, city boy.
Oh no, we have more Suez Canal news.
What happened this time?
Okay, this time it's not
Somebody
the same
flushed
ship.
too many
It
times?
has the same. It has the same letters on it. It looks the same, but it's its cousin ship.
The cousin ship.
Here
The
comes
ship's
the
cousin.
cousin. He can do it better than I can. What?
Right, but it's not the It's not in the Suez Canal. He just ran aground somewhere in Egypt.
Listen, those boats are big.
Yeah.
And
I wonder, it's like there's have these network of
boatmans.
boat riders or
We are the boat riders.
And we're going rogue.
It's some like little kid just like, I want to be a boatman. And like he gets really good at boats. He graduates. He gets his own boat. And then one day he's ushered into this room and all the other boatmen have hoods. He's like, we decide you're worthy to join the League of Boatmen.
Sounds pretty exciting.
And we're going to crash and clog up Suez canals.
often, yeah.
But for details, it has run aground in the Chesapeake Bay.
Chesapeake Bay
Chesapeake Bay
in Egypt?
in Egypt.
The Chesapeake Bay is not in Egypt.
Are you sure?
Are you sure you said Egypt?
Are you sure you got it right? This article.
Listen, the Chesapeake Bay is like Canada.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Let me Google Chesapeake Bay.
Maybe
Is it like the Chesapeake
maybe the boat
Bay?
was
And
so big.
it was your mom's boat.
It was touching Egypt as well as Canada. And it ran aground.
He's like, where's your mom's? Oh, never mind. I found your mom's
Yeah,
boat.
the Chesapeake Bay is not in Egypt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's something wrong here.
Something stupid. Well, this is theguardian.com.
Oh,
Theguardian.com has a reputation on this podcast.
they do.
Well, I mean, we talked about it once other time.
Yeah. And we decided
Yeah.
second time, reputation solidified.
Was that all you had, Josh?
We talk about gas prices, but that's
I don't even remember what you were talking
did not
about.
become funny anymore.
Yeah,
It's like $4, dude.
too real.
$4 a gallon.
Did you see the video of that guy jumping his Tesla?
What?
Jumping
yes.
jumping the Tesla?
Dude, that was insane. That was incredible.
You think it totaled it? Was that car totaled, you think?
It was definitely damaged.
Definitely
I'll give
hurt.
It probably bent the frame and everything. I bet you it is totaled. Yeah. Because you don't have very much clearance in those Teslas. It's hitting the body. It's hitting the frame. When it lands.
It's not what it's made for.
He was hitting trash cans and stuff. He's going that was crazy. Josh, have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
It's insane, dude.
I'll add the clip in when we edit this.
And then everybody's buying these electric cars, and now these supercharge places are backed up with 50 different Teslas waiting to get a charge. And the charges take like 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, 2.5 hours, fully charged, times 50 or 100 cars that are lined up. Everybody's like, well, I guess this is our life now.
You got to get the charge pack at home.
Yeah, but the thing was, the post I saw was, I guess people are on a highway traveling or whatever, they needed the charger.
Yeah.
But it was just backed up. There's a huge line, and there's only like 4 or 5 different charge stations.
Yeah, I mean, with the amount of electric cars coming out, I think Tesla and other companies need to be like, listen, y'all, we're gonna bring back the mom and pop gas station, except now they're just electrical places.
Yeah, we need just more supercharged stations.
I mean, Tesla doesn't have time to make them all. Just get people to start making them.
Well, I think that would be That would be more of like if there were a lot of supercharge stations around, I would consider more a Tesla.
Well,
I would
imagine
consider myself buying a Tesla if I had that money.
Imagine if like every single gas station in America also had one charger.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Thank you all for listening to another wonderful episode of Tan Pants.
Thank you to our legendary Patreons, Navan Jr., the Big Tine, and Gilstronkulous. You guys are legendary.
You guys are to blame for all of this. It's your fault.
Look what you have done.
Look what you're encouraging.
Look at what you did to Max.
Look at Max's face. Look at his face.
Please help me.
Look at Max's face.